In 1981, the Reds didn't make the playoffs despite having the best record in the league. How did this happen? Well, the players' strike mid-season caused a pause to the season. When the league came back, they decided that the games played before would be considered the first half of the season. The division winners were going to be in the playoffs already. To generate more money from the playoffs, MLB introduced the division series, calling it that because this year you could only play a team in your division in the division series. This is because the second team in the division to make it would be the winner of the division in the second half. If a team wins both halves, then the team in the division with the best overall record is going to make the playoffs. I said going to because the rules were changed after realizing teams could lose on purpose to make the playoffs. They would do this by making sure the same team won the division so they could make the playoffs when they know they can't win the second half but have a better overall record. So then it was changed to the best overall record of the second half. Losing wouldn't do anything, but the Reds didn't make the playoffs because they got second in both halves, despite both times playing fewer teams than the team that won the division. In the first half, they couldn't have won, but in the second half, they could have gotten the same record as the Dodgers. MLB did not execute this right, where the format isn't as bad as this season makes it seem. In Double-A, they've been doing it every year in the Southern League and Texas League since the minor league baseball started tracking records online on their website. They also recently put it back into Triple-A. I'm pretty sure they had it before. Do these teams play the same amount of games? No, they don't. It's pretty hard to do that for each half, which is the main problem with this format. Also, minor league baseball doesn't truly care who wins their championship. But anyway, they also have a win percentage as a tiebreaker, which makes this format a little better. The main reason why I say it's not as bad as it seems is that 1981 would be an outlier year if they kept this format today. And for the fifth time, I made a doc. Alright, so I looked at one division in the Southern League and one in the Texas League from all the years that is on the website from 2005 to 2023. Of course, there wasn't a minor league in 2020, and in 2021, they didn't use this format. From the 17 seasons, these are the stats from the two divisions. The percentage of overall best records in a division not making the playoffs is 8.8%, and that's not out of 17. It's out of 34 because 17 seasons of two divisions of data. Only 23.5% of teams that won the first half also won the second, which didn't happen in any division in 1981. 50% of first half winners ended up with the best overall record. 64.7% of second half winners also had the best overall record. But when you take out the teams that won both halves, it's actually lower, being 41.2%. So you can see how 1981 is a pretty big outlier with two divisions having the 8.8% chance of happening. Overall, is this a perfect system? No, it is definitely not. If this were to be re-implemented, I would make sure everyone plays the same amount of games when each half ends. In the current format of 6 teams making the playoffs, I think that if a team in the division wins both halves, then they should get the tiebreaker for seeding if another team that wins the division has the same amount of wins as them. Then the next 3 best records from the whole season in the league are the wild cards. I also don't like how there isn't currently reseeding, so I would add that in as well, but that has nothing to do with this format of the putting teams in just for the next round. If you haven't watched my other video that I uploaded today, you should, because you have subscribed. So thanks for watching, goodbye, and here's this playlist with all my analysis videos on things very similar to this.